Well, we're continuing on with our third week through the book of Jonah. I'm really excited about this series. It's been a great series for me just to be able to go through on my own, and then I get to share it with everybody else here at Summit Church. I started thinking about the fact that I'm not really much of a fisherman, but I really like going deep sea fishing. I like being out in the boat, the smell of the saltwater air, and I like catching the fish and then giving it to the deckhands to fillet for me so that I can consume the fish. I don't know how much I'd be excited about being consumed by the fish. But that's exactly what happened with Jonah. He got swallowed up by this great fish, the Bible says, and he was in the belly of that fish for 3 days and 3 nights. Last week we talked about his prayer, that he cried out to God and that God answered. And that's a great word for all of us to remember, that when we cry out to God, he answers our cries. Well, this week we're going to look at the fact that God answered that cry, and then as Jonah was vomited out onto the shores of Nineveh, God spoke to Jonah a second time. It's a great picture of what God does for us when we miss God's call, when we choose to be disobedient and not respond the way God is calling us or to what God's calling us to do, or whatever is going on in our life and we fall into sin, God gives us a second chance, just like God gave Jonah a second chance. So I'm excited this week as we're going to look through the third chapter of the book of Jonah and this second chance. What it is, it's grace. It's the grace that God extends to you and I, just as he's extended it to Jonah. So I want to invite you to come and join us here at Summit Church this weekend as we look at Jonah's obedience. Look forward to seeing you this weekend.